What's happening, beautiful people? Happy Tuesday once again, and welcome to the US trading session. The US trading session has just opened. Big welcome, everyone. Now, US stocks are set to open higher today with 12 new companies added on New York Stock Exchange. The Federal Reserve starts its two-day policy meeting today. Oil prices gained today after strong Chinese economic data and state of emergency declared in Mississippi ahead of Hurricane Sally. This is what's happening with the markets today, guys. Let's have a quick look and see how the futures are doing at the US opening. So Dow Jones rose 180 points pre-market. We're going to go to the charts in a minute and see why and how it went. So basically, US stocks are set to open higher today, continuing the previous session's gains as the tech sector finds its footing ahead of this week's Federal Reserve meeting. Let's not forget, guys, today the Federal Reserve kicks off a two-day meeting planning the US economy for the next year. So it's very important. A lot of volatility will happen as news slips from the meeting room. Now, the enthusiasm on the stock markets is likely to continue, with this week featuring a dozen stock debuts, including the highly anticipated IPO of software provider Snowflake, which is due to price later today, as in the IPO of fellow software group JFrog. Both raised their marketing ranges on Monday amid strong investor demand. As I was saying a minute ago, the Federal Reserve starts its two-day policy meeting today, its first meeting since adopting the new approach to meet its 2% inflation target. The central bank is expected to update its projections for the economic and interest rate outlook, which will include forecasts for 2023 for the first time. Long-term plans expected to come from the meeting. Now, that said, the Federal Reserve may have to do more heavy lifting to prop up the economy, given the new stimulus bill from Congress now looks unlikely to happen before the presidential election in November. Without a breakthrough on pandemic relief, the U.S. economy won't get back to where it was before the COVID-19 until the fourth quarter of 2021. Economists at Morgan Stanley wrote in a note on Sunday. Right, now, industrial production numbers already came out. They came out in red. I will share the economic calendar with you in a couple of seconds, guys. Let's have a quick look at oil prices and see what happened. And yes, again, I was right this morning when I said oil price is very likely to gain a bit today. And there is the proof. Oil prices gained today after strong Chinese economic data, while companies halted oil refineries and pulled workers from offshore oil and gas production platforms in preparation for the arrival of Hurricane Sally to the U.S. Gulf Coast. However, the International Energy Agency trimmed its 2020 oil demand forecast by 300,000 barrels a day to 91.7 million barrels per day in its second downgrade in as many months, citing caution about the pace of economic recovery from the pandemic. U.S. crude futures traded 1.6% higher at $37.86. I told you this morning it might hit the $38 mark, looking at the news and at technical analysis, while the international benchmark Brent contract rose 1.7% to $40.28. We broke the $40 barrier. Hopefully, from now on, oil price will stabilize a bit higher than it did before. Gold futures also rose 0.7% to 1978. Guys, again, this morning I mentioned the 1980 mark, which will probably be hit today. Okay, we were 2 cents below the target I had this morning, and the EURUSD traded higher 0.2%, trading at 111.94 before the announcement. Right, quick look at the economic calendar and see and understand what triggered all this this volatility on the markets. There we go. Yes, so very early in the morning at 5 a.m. GMT plus 3, we had data coming from China, which everything came out as expected, okay, or better than expected. We see a lot of green on the charts today. Later on at 9 o'clock, we had average earnings index plus bonuses from UK plus 2 more announcements. Again, they came out in green. We had the unemployment rate in UK remaining unchanged at 4.1%. The European currencies performed really, really well today. Let's see what's going to happen now after the US opening. Now, again, we had the German ZU current conditions sentiment, okay, coming out in green today. We had the export price and import price index in US coming out in green. Okay, the only thing that came out red from what I see here is industrial production, which came 0.4% versus an expectation of 1%. And manufacturing sales on the Canadian dollar coming below expectations at only 7%. Okay, in a few hours, we're going to have the API weekly crude oil stock, which is very, very important, as tomorrow we're going to have the crude oil inventories, guys. Big day in the economic calendar tomorrow. Okay, we're going to have a lot of events, a lot of volatility. Definitely worth to trade. Now, let's have a quick look at the charts and see how oil moved today. If you remember, guys, this morning I was complaining that oil is stuck in the $37 range, trading at 37.20, 37.30, and literally being stuck there for a few days. Now, check this out. Today we had a very, very good rally. Okay, so that's where oil was this morning. Yeah, today it almost... Oh, it did. On investing.com charts, apparently it broke the 38 barrier at some point today, trading at 38.02. Okay, we saw a slight pullback after that, which was expected after such a rally. And now we're getting ready for the second wave, guys, which probably will be another rally of the markets. But let's wait for the US market to set the pace for crude oil today. It might not go the way I see it, or the way many other traders see it going. Right, Euro. Let's have a quick look at Euro USD. Euro traded higher today till 2 hours ago. Yeah, just 2 hours before the American opening. It's still in an uptrend as we're looking at the charts. It's pushing for a recovery of hopefully 100%. And if that's the case, we're going to see it trading at 119.97, yeah, versus the 118.76 level, which we have now. Now, for beginner traders that don't know how to use the Fibonacci tool, this is the time when you could get your Fibonacci tool out and try and measure the correction. Yeah, if you like to trade retracements, if you like to trade corrections, then this is how you could do it. Okay, you draw the Fibonacci tool from the high to the very low, and for now we're seeing Euro trading somewhere within the 61% mark. Okay, it's in between the 50% and the 61.8% mark on the Fibonacci. Let's wait for a bit and see if it's gonna push through the 61% mark. Then very likely most of the traders will target the 78% correction, or why not the 100% correction, yeah, which is there at 120 or just short of 120. Okay, but this is a long-term trade. We're talking about intraday trading. We're talking about short-term trading, 1 or 2 days. Okay, right. Before I forget, question of the day, guys. We have a trivia game, which I enjoy. I'm sure you do too, as you're learning on the go. So the question today is, let's see the question. There is the question. What types of analysis can you do to analyze the market? It's very, very simple. I'm going to give you a hint. Only 2 types of analysis. So what types of analysis can you do to analyze the market? I'm waiting for your answers, guys. And again, if you like what you see, if you want to support us in delivering more great content, like, share, and subscribe on the YouTube channels, on the social media channels, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Instagram, and wherever we are broadcasting live. Your like, share, and subscribe helps us a lot, okay? And it encourages us to deliver more great content. Right, let's move on. Let's see how the pound moved today. The pound dropped today, unfortunately. Okay, for the ones of us that needed long positions on the pound. Mind you, looking at the chart, okay, we can see it creating higher lows, okay, and higher highs. So the European currencies might shine versus the US dollar, as the markets are very, very wobbly and the investor sentiment is not clear. Having in mind, the Federal Reserve kicks off the two-day meeting today. So today and tomorrow, we're going to have the Fed meeting, and we're waiting for insights to come on the news. Now, USDJPY nosedive today. It tanked to very close to its support level at 105.23 from what I can see on the charts. It's literally inches away, centimeters away from reaching that support level. Let's see what's going to happen after that. If it's going to break that support level, then very likely most traders will target short positions towards the 105 level or below. Yeah, 104.90, 104.80. Okay, these are the levels that very likely traders will target. Let's move on. Let's have a look at the Aussie dollar, which again, it shined today just like gold. Very good push throughout the day for the Aussie dollar, currently trading against the USD at 0.7339. Again, if you recognize the market, the setup of the chart, again, that this might be a good time to get the Fibonacci tool out, yeah, and measure the retracement. Okay, as you see, yeah, now it's breaking through the 61% mark, targeting the 78.6 according to the Fibonacci numbers. Now, it's worth mentioning, this is not a secret formula for you to be successful in trading. Many times it works. Sometimes the market conditions will defy technical analysis. So don't follow these things blindly. Yeah, do your research. Make sure you know how the Fibonacci works. Make sure you know when to enter a trade. Make sure you know when to exit the trade. Yeah, and try and avoid the big drawdown on your trading account. Okay, if you want to play it on the safer side. Right, USD Canadian. USD Canadian didn't move much today. We had a bit of volatility, ups and downs, but nothing really happened. Apparently, it's well supported. Okay, buy support levels, currently trading at 131.52. Now, it might push higher today towards the 131.85 level. Okay, or it might break lower towards the 131.09. Okay, these are the things that I see on the charts. Again, I cannot give you investment advice. I wish I could. Okay, but have a look at technical indicators. Yeah, you can check some trading signals, guys. There are a lot of trading signals for free. Okay, and I'll open 2 more or 3 more trades today using the trading signals from our friends at Forexy. Okay, great opening for the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones today. We are on the rebound, guys. We are on the rebound. I told you last week, when it comes to indices, guys, and stocks, very likely after a meltdown like this, we're going to see it going back to its previous values and higher. Yeah, because by definition, yes, stocks and indices are mostly pushing up. Okay, whenever you have a meltdown, then a lot of people come in with buy positions, pushing the price back up. So if you like to trade indices, guys, if what I'm telling you makes sense, do your own analysis, analyze the charts, get some trading signals if you have to, and why not, feel free to take advantage of this beautiful correction, which very likely will push higher today. Right, Apple opened positive. It done really well. Let's move to the US dollar index, which is on a slight downtrend. If we look at the charts from the technical point of view, there you go, guys. This is the downtrend. Yeah, the US dollar index tends to create lower lows and lower highs as well. Okay, and usually that implies weakness in the index. Gold, as I was telling you a minute ago, is literally shining today, trading as high as 1974. Okay, the highest push was at 1980, 1981. Very good correction on gold. You can see the cup, yeah, the teacup shape here, and some traders will take advantage of any weakness of the US dollar, going in with long positions on gold, targeting the 1995 or the 2000 level, which happened on the 1st of September, from what we see here. Okay, beginning of this month, we had gold trading at its highs at 2,000 per ounce. Right, moving on. Brent oil futures are pushing higher today as well. Okay, we see if we take into consideration, for example, Elliott waves, guys. If any experienced traders know what Elliott waves are, okay, this was the first wave. We saw a bit of a pullback, which is the second wave. So now, from the technical point of view, many people will wait for the third wave to happen, okay, which is a higher push, which hopefully will push the price towards the $41 mark. But again, let's give the markets a bit of time to breathe and see what's happened. They took us by surprise many times before. Right, silver done really, really well today. We see a tiny pullback now, tiny correction, currently trading at 27.58. But again, yeah, it's trying to correct. It entered a tiny uptrend from what we see here. Okay, more to come in the next few hours for a clearer direction. If that's the case, then again, you can use the Fibonacci tool, or you can use support resistance levels to time your entry and your exit. Right, let's have a look at Bitcoin again. Bitcoin is trading higher today as well. It's moving. You see the similarity on the Bitcoin chart and the Brent oil chart and the crude oil chart. Okay, after a big drop from the 12,000 mark and ranging for about 2 weeks, I'd say, finally Bitcoin is pushing higher and higher, currently trading at 10,880, just short of the $11,000 mark. Okay, again, very careful if you're trading cryptocurrencies, guys. Bitcoin has the ability of jumping literally $2,000 up or down within a few minutes or a few hours. So unless you have a solid trading account, okay, think about how you will approach this position and take into consideration the high volatility that happens sometimes, or most of the times in Bitcoin. Yeah, we can see the past performance. We can see it here trading. Right, when was that? Let's say 1st of September. Yeah, Bitcoin was trading at 12,000, and 3 days later, okay, it was trading at 10,000. So within a couple of days, Bitcoin has the ability, or a couple of hours, of jumping $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 maybe. This is what is happening with the markets today. Let's have a quick look at what's going on with the Hurricane Sally, which is expected to hit mainland tonight. State of emergency declared in Mississippi and other 2 states ahead of Hurricane Sally. Apparently, Hurricane Sally has intensified a bit. Okay, some impact is expected. Let's see what's going to happen. It's very unfortunate what the U.S. is going through in the last, let's say, 6 months. But hey, the entire world is going through a very hard time. Luckily, Europe wasn't hit by any hurricanes, and neither did Asia. Okay, so all eyes on the US dollar, and let's see what's going to happen in the next few hours. Now, as I promised, market signals coming from our friends at Forex. 9 minutes ago, we have a strong sell on USDJPY on an hourly chart. Right, let's go here and have a look at USDJPY. There you go, guys. Yeah, strong sell. I'm going to go one lot sell on USDJPY. Hopefully, I'm going to get it right. Even though the RSI and the stochastic are way in the oversold level, and you can clearly see the drop that happened all day today. Okay, right. I'll give it a bit of time. Let's see what's going to happen. Now, the trades that I took this morning, guys, today was very choppy in the morning, and I managed to make a bit of profit again on the demo account. I closed a couple of positions with a bit of a loss. I just couldn't wait anymore. Hey, it was getting very close to me going live for the US session, and I just wanted to start the US session fresh with a new set of trades. And also, overall, I managed to make a bit of profit today. So taking a bit of a loss didn't really affect me much. I'm overall in profit. Okay, so I opened the trade by mistake earlier on oil, which I closed immediately with a tiny loss of $6. And I took another trade on the pound, a sell of 0.2, which I closed with a loss on the GBP of $42. However, I took another sell position on the pound at a higher price, as the pound was a bit stubborn today and it pushed higher, and that made me a bit of profit of $63. Yeah, so let's say only from these two trades, yeah, I made about $20 roughly. Another $4 on oil, which I closed really, really fast today, and on USDJPY, guys, I had a sell position, yeah, which closed with a profit of $45. Right, again, I am proud of myself. I am proud of the markets. Okay, I managed to make a bit of profit. I'm only going to take this position for now, USDJPY. Okay, I'm taking the sell position. Right, as you can see, yeah, it's trading at its very, very lows. It's trading well below the 200 moving average. Usually that indicates a downtrend. And if you do a bit of technical analysis, again, you can see it creating lower highs. Yeah, these are the highs that I'm talking about. And as you move from left to right, you will see it creating lower and lower highs. That, again, is a sign of weakness many, many times. And many traders will go for strong sell positions. Okay, now for this one, I'm not going to be greedy. I'm just going to set a take profit very, very close to my entry. Right, there we go. Okay, I'm going to target $60 potential profit. Yeah, and 64 pips movement. Okay, on the USDJPY. Fingers crossed it's going to drop a bit further, hitting my take profit. Right, this is what is happening with the markets today, guys. As I said, the Fed is kicking off the two-day meeting. Yeah, keep an eye on the charts. Set if you want your take profit and stop loss today and tomorrow, because there might be a bit of more volatility than usual. Now, the answer to the trivia question that I asked you earlier on: what types of analysis can you do to analyze the markets? I already gave you a hint earlier on, guys. You have two types of analysis. Yeah, you have technical analysis and fundamental. This is it. Yeah, technical or trading the news. These are the two types of analysis you can do to analyze the markets. For the ones of you that knew the answer, well done. For the ones of you that didn't know the answer, there you go, guys. You're learning something every day. Right. Again, I cannot stress this enough. We need your like, share, and subscribes, guys. Support us on all the media channels where you come across our broadcast, and we will deliver more great content. Join me tomorrow morning at the European opening. Until then, remember to trade responsibly and may all your trades be in the money.